NHL players who got seriously injured but still succeeded. Back in December 2006, Phil Kessel was just a rookie in the National Hockey League, and he had just started living his dream after being drafted 5th overall by the Boston Bruins. At that time, he was only 19 years old, and nobody could have predicted that his very first season would suddenly take a terrifying turn. Kessel had been feeling off for a while, and after noticing a strange lump, he decided to get checked out by the team doctor, which is something a lot of young athletes might ignore. But what happened next is honestly something you would never expect from a story about a teenage hockey player. You see, after some tests, Kessel found out he had testicular cancer, and the news hit him and his family really hard because this was not just some minor injury that would keep him out for a few games. So while most rookies were just trying to adjust to life in the league, Kessel was suddenly facing surgery and the possibility that his entire career could be over before it even started. And he actually played in a game against New Jersey knowing he was about to go into the hospital for surgery, which just shows how much he loved the game and did not want to let his team down. But the speed of what happened after his diagnosis is what really shocks people. The thing is, after his surgery to remove the cancer, Kessel got some amazing news because the doctors told him the cancer had not spread, so he would not need chemotherapy, and that meant he could focus on recovering and getting back on the ice. Then, just 5 days after surgery, he was already pronounced cancer-free, and after a short stint in the minor leagues to get his conditioning back, he was back playing for the Bruins less than a month after his operation, which is almost unheard of for any athlete, let alone a teenager facing cancer. But what happened when he returned to the league is what really made his story legendary. As it turns out, not only did Kessel come back strong, but he actually played so well that he was picked for the NHL Young Stars game, where he scored a hat trick and even got the game-winning goal, which is wild considering everything he had just been through. And throughout the years, Kessel went on to become one of the most consistent scorers in the league, and he ended up winning 3 Stanley Cups with the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Vegas Golden Knights, while also setting the NHL record for most consecutive games played, aka the Iron Man streak.